Hello, this is Matthias, and in this video I'm going to do a walkthrough of what a basic Canvas course looks like in terms of structure and organization. This is a demo course I've put together. Aside from the syllabus, it's basically just a skeleton, so we will not go into actual items such as assignments and pages. There are other videos available on this channel that talk about those items in more detail. You have the option of a few different types of home pages in Canvas. In this case, I have set the syllabus as the home page, but there are at least two other options, and you can select these by going to Choose Home Page. Other than the syllabus, the most common default home page is the course modules list. I have never seen someone set the assignments list as the home page, but this might be a good idea if you want to make doubly sure that your students don't lose track of what's due. You can also create a separate page and then set that to be the front page and then select that as the home page. If someone is interested in learning how to do that, I can show them. The syllabus I've put together here is not going to look too different from an ordinary syllabus for a live class. There are just a couple of differences. One, I have inserted a link here that leads to the modules list, so the students have a very obvious path to getting on with the course's content. I've added a course description, a brief introduction of myself, a communication policy to make sure the students know how I will inform them of updates in the course and how they should communicate with me, a couple of token learning objectives, expectations, and then grading criteria. In Canvas, all graded assignments and quizzes are added to the course summary here at the bottom, so there isn't really a need to go into detail about them in your syllabus, although you could do that as well if, for example, if you wanted to explain a larger assignment in more detail. I have not assigned due dates or availability dates to these items, but if I had, they would appear in this column on the left. Let's take a look at the modules list. So we're going to use the Start Here link to get there. Modules are not content in and of themselves. They are more like packages of content. In this example, I have created 10 more or less sequential modules, and each one corresponds to a week of instruction. This is the model that I'm most familiar with from my own teaching experience. However, this is not necessarily the only way to do it. You could make the modules correspond to a single day of instruction, or they could be more thematic. However, this is a straightforward way of organizing your course that students should have an easy time of following. Into each of these modules, I have added an intro page, and if I were to actually build this course in earnest, I would put a brief lecture into that intro. If I were conducting more of a synchronous or live class, I might put a Zoom link in there, and I might also list the required readings for the week on that page. In the case of this first module, I have also included a discussion and some resources for writing skills and research. There is not much else to point out in terms of what I've put into these modules. This is all more or less the same. If you are brand new to modules, you create them by using the plus module button in the upper right hand corner here. Okay, we're going to call this one just a test module. The new module by default goes to the bottom of the modules list. and there is nothing in it, so it's just a bar on the page at the moment. You can add content by going to the little plus sign on the right here. And note that you can add existing items to a new module, or you can create new ones. Let's just create a page. Another thing you can do to streamline your course is to eliminate the number of navigation links that are showing up. If you have links in this column that are not serving any purpose, all they really do is to serve as a possible distraction to students. The links that you can see here with the crossed out I are not visible to students, but because they are important for you, they have been retained in the navigation column. There are other ones that I have hidden, and you can edit the navigation column by going to Settings at the bottom of the column and going to the Navigation tab. There are two groups of links here. The top one is composed of active links that students can see, and then the bottom one consists of all the disabled links. And to edit them, all you have to do is drag each individual link from one group to the other, and then click Save at the bottom. I am not an expert on course design. My own teaching experience was mostly composed of teaching one Canvas course at Central Washington University for several consecutive quarters, so take what I have to say here with a grain of salt, but I just recommend this as a basic example to anyone who is brand new to Canvas and is unsure of how to structure their courses.